What I want to do here is add a image to my site. So I'm going to have a little fun here, create a new file, and the file is going to be, let's make it 2 by 2, and click OK. And it's really small, so I'm going to zoom in on that. I try to zoom in as much as possible, and I'm going to switch to my pencil tool. I'm going to use this color, and I'm going to go like that and like that, and then I want to save this as a pattern. So I just say edit, define as pattern, define pattern, and I get this thing, and I say I'm going to call this checker, and click OK. So there's my pattern, and I want to create a new file, and this is going to be called banner, and this is let's just go web, and I want this to be 960 by 100, and white background, click OK, and there it is. And then if I just select everything on that, and got my, so I just double click this to unlock the layer, make it a normal layer, and then what I want to do is double click, and I'm going to select pattern overlay, and it chooses this really ugly one by default. I'm going to switch it to my pattern that I defined earlier. I hit OK, and the pattern is set up there. And so I got my pattern in the background. That's nice, and I've got to save it for web and devices, and I'm going to save this as a GIF, and that looks nice. Oops, as a GIF, and I save it. And where am I going to save it? I'm going to save it into my images folder here. So I'm going to go up to recent places, and where's my site? And here it is. So I click that, assets, and where's my images? Don't have an images folder, so let's create one. Images, save that, banner.gif, fine. And I also save that in there, so that's in there, and I also want to save my PSD in case I want to make changes to that. So that's my PSD. It's going to be called banner.psd, and that's not the right place. And I just, for time's sake, sped up there, so now I'm in the right place. I'm in the assets folder. There's Photoshop, and that's where, I want this to be called banner.psd. And so that's there, and we're good to go. So now we need to add that to our page. Since it's going to go on every page, I'm going to put this in header.php. So let's go here to header.php, and this is header. And now I want to put it up here, and if I click on that, it's what we had before to point to our CSS, and we're just going to point it to our image. And then we need to know our name of our image, which is banner.gif. And we are good to go on that. Let's see. Okay, so that's the tag, but we got to use an image HTML, so I'm just going to put in my image HTML here, and got the width and the height and the alt description, and this is good. And now let's check it out and see if it works on our page. We save it, and here's our page. We're going to refresh, and there's our banner image. Now this is a really bad banner image. We should use CSS to add this as a background image, the only reason I did this is just to show you how easy it is to add images to your WordPress blog. Okay, and that's good to go. I think we're done.